His mentality is I'm going to go as hard as I can for as long as I can until somebody tells me to stop. I don't want the one that I have to hold on to and tell him, come on, buddy, go sick him. I want the dog, when I unclip the leash, he attacks. That's Dewey.
I think him on the ice is a totally different person than who I know. There's times that I see his fights or just him behind the bench and I'm just like, who is this kid?
You know, I get excited every time we play. And you know, it's a fun sport, and 7 p.m. hits on, you know, a Friday night and you're playing, it's a good job to have. Thank you. Good. I've been skating with the same guy for the past probably 6 or 7 years. His name's Anthony Pedicaro. He's out of West Palm Beach.
Let's go, line over here. We're gonna work on some board work today. Comes out here every morning at 6 a.m. I think he does it because we want to still have a chip on our shoulder and come out and be ready. Most of the big time NHL guys that we train and he works with, you know, he still has something to prove. So I think he comes out here early and, you know, he's hungry. Now cut, now cross. Woo! Good.
It's tough stuff we're doing. It's, you know, it's stuff out of the comfort zone, so it's a little difficult to get down, but you know, it's all worth it.
Wall. There you go.
That's in.
There it is. You know, we want him to play a heavy game. We want him to be in the corners. We want him to get pucks off the wall. We want him to create space for himself and time and space for his teammates. Trying to get him to get dialed for the season. Nice. There it is.
You know, in a game, you might touch the puck 2-3 times, whatever it is, or, you know, if you're Kirill, you're touching it 100 times. But yeah, just getting that feel for the puck and you know, sharpening up the skill side of the game and, you know, working on that aspect of the game.
Yes! That's a good rep. Wait!
Hey!
You had him!
I know I did.
Too much dust for the cameras. That's what happens when you guys come out. All he had to do was tap it in, and he tried to pull it back and make himself look good. It's not good. He's not necessarily a fun guy to chirp, he's just an easy target. Look, he's hiding over there. Get it? Look, he's hiding because he doesn't want me to yell at him. It's like kind of hard to close my mouth when I see things. First one's 100% missing the net. First one's missing the net.
Erase that footage. Erase that footage.
Oh, he always gives it back. So the last couple of years, especially being in the American League, being a pro guy, now being in the NHL, I think he's found his voice a little bit more.
Easy game.
We'll give it to him. We'll give it to him. Good job.
going to the gym for speed and agility. It's a lot of strength training. I think that's really important for me is working out hard and putting on that muscle mass. During the season you lose a lot, so it's important to put that muscle mass on so you have some to lose, and it's pretty hard to maintain it, so you got to get ahead of it now. And we're doing a lot of strength training and a lot of mobility stuff too. I think that's really important for injury prevention is doing that mobility stuff, and we really focus in on that as well.
Lay your ass down. Turn to the back leg, stretch. Hold it for 10 seconds. Pick the foot up for 5.
I'm Mike Barwis. You're at the Barwis Performance Center in Deerfield Beach, Florida. I've had Dewey since he pretty much started with in the NHL in hockey. So it's been 4 years, I guess, at this point. Great kid, great attitude, tremendous effort. He's a grinder. Hockey is an explosive, rapid sport that takes place in short periods of time with a high velocity, a high impulse ratio, and a high cardiovascular output. So we want short-spaced, explosive movements that allow them to fire their muscles as rapidly as possible to be coordinated with the movements that they see in the game of ice hockey.
Atta boy, elbow through, good work, good work.
I always say I want the dog that I don't want the one that I have to hold on to and tell him, come on, buddy, go sick him. I want the dog when I unclip the leash, he attacks. That's Dewey.
Let's go! Get there, get there, get there, good. Nice job. Drive your knee, drive your knee.
That's something I've kind of always, prided myself on was, the off-season workouts, and, I push myself in the gym, and the group I'm with now, Mike Barwis, he's pretty well known throughout the hockey world, so we get to work in there.
Good.
Dewey is unique. He's a powerhouse, and he knows he's a powerhouse. When he first came here, he was young and he was developing, and he didn't really possess that power and stamina and physicality. He was a lot thinner. Now he's a different looking guy. I've been working professional hockey for over 30 years, and there's not a lot of guys that look like Dewey. He's built like a truck. He's explosive. He's incredibly aggressive and physical in nature.
Keep the knees back, good position. Flap. Flap. Nice. Coming back other side, good work.
Dewey brought me his jersey this year, and he's going on the wall. I mean, he's worked hard to achieve a level of excellence, and for here, you get honored when you do achieve it, if you've come up through the ranks and struggled and worked. So the blank wall there's a big graphic going up of about 50 elite players that are going up, and he's one of them. And then his jersey's going up out front. So it's my way of honoring him, and him giving the jersey is his way of honoring me.
I think him on the ice is a totally different person than who I know. There's times that I see his fights or just him behind the bench, and I'm just like, who is this kid?
They don't want it. They don't want it. Goal. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jared. Oh baby. Ah!
As Watson and Duhaime tangled up, and now they drop the gloves. 8 seconds in.
Well, we both have different text messages to him. He's like, great fight. I'm like, can you stop fighting?
And the battle continues. The linesman had stepped in. 8 seconds in, fireworks in Ottawa.
When he was fighting, I enjoyed it because he was always doing really well with it. So I wasn't really worried or stressed, but then when it's your son out there, it's different. But I think he's doing good, so yeah, we have different messages about it.
And Duhaime comes out on top in that battle.
You're just gonna kind of start like a 1-2 in the same spot. Make sure your feet and your hands are connected, okay? So I just kind of keep my feet in the same spot, and I rotate my shoulders, just so you get straight shots. My name is Impika Sanganai. I'm a professional fighter. I fight out of Kill Cliff Fight Club, attached here next to Barwis, the Barwis Facility Training Center. I got the opportunity to work with some of the guys, from the NHL, Dewey, all of them, and just teach them the fundamentals of striking and boxing and how it's going to make them a better athlete overall. What I love about hockey is that you guys can actually fight. So if I'm going forward, right, I go 1-2, and then I step back.
Impa's a monster. He'll come over and actually work with the guys. It's funny, when he finished, he was like, listen, these guys are really athletic. They don't know how to fight, but they learn really quickly because they're so athletic. And he was talking about Dewey. He said he's a powerhouse, he's physical, and you can tell he likes it. I'm like, yeah, no, he enjoys physicality.
So you're gonna hold your hands like this, right? You're gonna punch, I'm gonna punch, hold for you, 1, 2. Then you're gonna hold for me, 1, 2.
Yeah, I think just building that foundation and knowing that, maybe it's a little bit of confidence or whatever it may be, just getting those fundamentals down.
There's a boxing rule that says if you throw the hook, always make sure you're disciplined with the right hand, because we have to race to the hook. If I drop my hand, you're throwing your hook.
Yep.
Boom, right?
He likes to put his hands on you. He likes to be physical with you. If you threaten Dewey physically, he's very comfortable threatening back.
Circle, circle, and punch. Punch right over top, boom, yes. Yeah, it's a different type of cardio. You really have to control yourself, and when somebody's hitting back, keeping your mind calm within the chaos, right? Like, there's so many things going on at the time. You don't want to lose, you want to dominate, you want to set the tone, so you're fighting for your team. I think this is very applicable to what they do on the ice every day, and for me, it's a big honor to work with them. Circle, circle, and punch. Punch right over top, boom, yes.
We start with activation and mobility, and we finish after reactivating all the fibers and going through an actual workout to recreating the active range of motion that is necessary to optimize performance and to utilize what we need for the game of hockey. So we finish with a yoga for that exact reason, and then we come back and do a little bit of boxing. Let them finish up, understand that we can play on the ice, but if you want to drop the gloves, we're pretty good too.
Did you fall asleep?
A little bit. Oh, there's some ants up here. Uh-oh. Oh, no, not that one. Not as easy as it looks, guys. There we go. Usually do this every morning before, usually around 5 a.m. we'll come out here, grab some fresh coconut juice.
We'll go get one more and then we'll show you the other tactic.
And this is the option 2. A little bit easier, but might start a new segment, Coconuts with Brandon.
You could almost see, it's just in the picture, how mischievous and active this kid was. Not afraid of much.
Is he crying in that one?
Yep. Little tantrum at the beach. This one is a little funny. He was not the best writer. He kept changing his B and D, so they had done a little book for the coaches after. So 2006. Dear Coach Trevor, that was his dad, you are the best coach I could have. Thank you for coaching the defense, and you have done a lot to help me. Love, Brandon.
So my dad actually grew up playing hockey as well, and he was drafted by the Washington Capitals, and he played a little bit of pro there. And when he moved down here, there's a decent community of hockey players that I think moved down here just because the nice weather and stuff like that. And there's a lot of ex-NHLers, and then they end up having kids, and you know, it builds a small hockey community. And a lot of my friends went the traditional prep school route. They'd go to those prep schools in New England, and they'd play hockey for 4 or 5 months or whatever it was. And that wasn't something I was really interested in. I wanted to do like a year-round program where I was skating, training all day, and that's just what I wanted to do. And for me, that was going to British Columbia.
Brandon really wanted to go, so we kind of decided that that's what he wanted. So I'm like, okay, let's go, you know. So I found work down there, and I was taking care of 5 kids, and it was fun, actually.
You know, that was probably the biggest sacrifice that, you know, our family had made, was my dad coming out there and living with me instead of, you know, living with my mom and sister, and you know, his home, and he had his job here, and everything was going good. And then, you know, he had to make the sacrifice to come out with me for 10 months of the year, and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a car. We bought a minivan on the spot in cash. It was like a $3,000 minivan. We bought it in Seattle, drove up to British Columbia, and you know, it was a baby blue minivan. And
Give it a name?
Blueberry, yeah, it was nice. Loved the hockey there and the coaching staff, and unfortunately I had to leave Merritt and took a chance and went to Chicago and played in Chicago for the first 6 months of the season. And unfortunately we were out of playoffs, and the coaching staff came to me because I was in high school, and they said, you know, we're getting trade offers, whatever it is, and you know, they said Tri-City wants to trade for you, and I said, okay, that's fine, like I'll go, and drove the 8 hours just at the tail end of winter in a snowstorm. I was gripping the wheels, you know, Florida kid, I wasn't used to driving in the snow, and you know, they gave me an opportunity and you know, played me in the right situations to, you know, to excel in the player I was.
Here's Duhaime, one-on-one, deep right, open net front shot, he scores! Oh, the deke!
We ended up winning the championship that year, so the Clark Cup.
And for the first time, the Tri-City Storm has won the Clark Cup!
It obviously paid off winning that championship, and that was an awesome experience. You got to win at every level you're at to move on to the next, so it's definitely something that you have to learn to win. I know a lot of people say that, but there's an art to it for sure.
Duhaime kisses the cup. His first year, he scored the empty net goal.
I think that's kind of when I got put on the radar, and that's when I kind of knew that, you know, there was a chance of getting drafted. Yeah, they basically pulled me in and said, you know, great camp, keep working hard. You can get a place in Minnesota, and you know, we're excited to have you. And it was obviously a memorable conversation, but you know, getting out of that room and calling my family and telling them was even more memorable.
It's a dream that you see your child wanting his whole life, and you know it's so almost impossible to achieve, you know? And that you get the call, and he was so excited. But yeah, I was crying for sure.
It's hard to get to that point, and he worked very hard, and now he needs to stay there. It's going to be even harder.
My mom claims that there's a spot down here, it's called Loxahatchee, where there's it's like a boat launch, but there's always alligators hanging out by there, so hopefully we'll catch a couple. I've been one time and there was alligators, but Captain Bill's saying there's no alligators out tonight, and my mom thinks she knows better than him, so we're gonna see. Might be one over there, but not positive.
I told you guys that we would find them here. He went in the water, but I'm sure he'll come out again.
All right, we'll see. Oh yeah.
I have it on my camera, and then there's another one right now. So, 2-0 for Martine. Maybe we'll see more.
Maybe there's one right in the middle there. Yeah, that gator's coming right for us. When their back's puffed up like that, that means they're like aggressive, by the way. Holy. I don't know if we should be scared or.
I know, right?
Whatever.
That's as good as you're gonna get right there.
3-0 for Martine.
What did you say, Brandon?
What was it?
What did you say a second ago?
So it's really nice out, really cool experience. You know, I was just happy to get out here for the day, and
What did you say about your mom?
I said she's awesome. It was a really cool experience today, and you know, we're really happy to be here. It was good.
Not gonna happen, huh?
Say it. No, he
What
won't
did
say
you
it
hear
on
him
camera.
say?
He said that I was right.
She
So.
was right. I'll give it to her. She was right.
Yeah.
You win. I want to take a big step. I think, you know, obviously the first year it's a lot of learning. It's a big learning curve, and it was my first full year of pro from the first 2 seasons being cut short of COVID. So it was my first full 80-game season, and I feel like maintaining that pace and that pace of play that I have to bring is something I really want to focus on.
I think he needs to do the same things he's doing, being, you know, physic out there. Just keep on playing the same game, and should go well.
Now he knows what to expect, so you know the things that you need to work on, and you know that's what he's been doing at the beginning of the summer. Like, set your plan of action. What are the things that you need to get better at, and talk to everybody involved. And you know, he's been working so hard again this summer. I think he'll be ready.
Having a good first 40 games isn't good enough. You have to have a full season, and it's a big learning curve, and I know what I need to do to take my game to the next level.